Hello everybody, welcome back. This is going to be another online battle for Total War Warhammer. I am the Strategy Professor. This is our first time that we're going to be playing the Beastmen. Now, I just recorded my first Empire campaign as well, and we were against the Beastmen, and I talked a lot strategically about why I thought the Beastmen would have problems in multiplayer. It's very similar to the same reasons that Chaos has problems and even Dwarves have problems, and that they're balanced on the campaign map around getting lots of extra bonuses from both your skills and your tech tree. And that you can't get that in multiplayer yet. I hope that eventually they allow you at least like some points, something like League of Legends Mastery System or an old school World of Warcraft talent system, something like that that lets you actually get points, even if it's for money, to upgrade your infantry units, because this is really the heart and soul of the Beastmen. Is you have a swarming type of faction and you benefit very heavily from things that give extra benefits to your entire army. For example, there's a tech in the Beastmen tech tree that gives plus 15 attack to all Ungor units. Also, the Beastmen are balanced around the moons on the campaign, so you know there's sometimes with the moon you can get up to, I've seen up to 50 extra attack power for 2 turns. So it's very difficult to balance the Beastmen. I understand that. They did a wonderful job with the campaign. I just think that the multiplayer... We'll see. We're going to give it a try. We're going to give it a try and see if we can win here. But I think you're probably at a disadvantage if you pick the Beastmen compared to some other factions out there. But we'll definitely give it a try here. So what I've come up with is I've done my standard, which hero has the potions, get 3 of those, plus a wizard. This is becoming what I run for all of my multiplayer battles. I know some people have expressed, when I say some people, I mean really just one person in the comments kind of expressed some trepidation about this type of build. Like he really doesn't like when you have multiple of the same kind of hero, and I understand that. It's not as cool to see a couple, but it really is just a few units, and if you just think of them as a substitute for cavalry, which is usually how I use these heroes that have these potions, I think it's okay. I think it's okay from a balance perspective, somewhat. I do think they should nerf these potions. If you haven't watched any of my other videos, and this is the first one, I talk pretty in depth. I think it was the first Greenskins video where I talk a lot about the potions. I don't remember, but these are so cheap. They're only 66 gold, and this one's like a little bit more, 65 gold. That's way, way too cheap. They're extremely powerful. They basically give your unit like triple health or something, so that stopped Lord sniping pretty well. But the problem is it's not available for everybody, so you have to choose the same hero. If every single hero could choose the potion, then I could have much more diversity. So then if every hero had it, then yeah, I'd run some more of these shamans, maybe, I don't know. Shamans are kind of a special case because they're all magic users, but something with the dwarves, for instance, if you know, every single hero had potions, then I might feel comfortable running something like an engineer, a thane, and a runesmith just to mix it up. But because currently with most factions only one hero has the potions, you really have to figure out a way to run that hero and then just build around that because it's so strong. I think they should make the hero available for everyone, and I think they should make it cost more gold, at least double the current amount, maybe triple. Like, I could definitely see that, those potions costing like 200 gold each, and still being highly sought after and viable. Okay, so what else are we running? Unfortunately, our main hero doesn't have the potions. None of them do. I checked all 3 of them. None of them have the potions. So right there, you're at a major, major disadvantage. It's very similar to the dwarves, where you don't have the potions. Big deal. Because that allows you to get sniped out if they want to. I don't think a lot of people are picking sniping builds anymore. But if they know that about the Beastmen, then they might. It leaves you open to things like Spirit Leech, like Accuse, and all that type of stuff. But he does have pretty good stats. He does have an ability, which is very cheap and very useful. It's, well, 161 is not super cheap, but I usually don't like getting this with other factions because it only lasts for a small amount of time, and usually it's defense. But because we're kind of, this is a rush build, we're just going to go in there and try to kill him as fast as possible. I think this could actually be useful, especially because a lot of these units start with a pretty low base, so they only have 22 melee attack. Then I think that will be a pretty significant boost. So that's what we're running there. Also, we're getting the chariot. It's only 350. It increases his combat effectiveness exponentially. Chariots are extremely good for the kind of fight that we're going to try to do, which is flanking around and just getting a full surround and just going for the kill. We're running the Bray Shaman. I usually like running one magic user just so I can use Winds of Magic. I think magic got nerfed quite a bit in this patch, but I still think it's worth considering, especially the debuff, non-direct damage type of magic. So he can actually get a chariot, which makes him pretty formidable in combat. It gives him a ton of armor, gives him a nice charge bonus. That's really one perk of the Beastmen, is that this shaman can still be very effective in combat because of this mount. Alright, and then we're running the 3 Gorbals. So we have the potions, of course. Gorbals are very strong on their own. They have a lot of health. They have a lot of damage. They're cheaper than a Minotaur unit. Now, the Minotaurs are going to do more damage, but this is very cheap, cost-effective, and has potions. So I think we're just going to run with the Gorbal. He doesn't have a mount, but he still can be pretty strong. He's really fast when he gets close. He gets that 20% extra speed. He gets Frenzy, which gives everybody an extra 8 melee attacks. This is very good. And it's very cheap. It's only 64 gold. So there's an argument for only running 1 Frenzy, but because I want to split these guys up and have them attacking from all different angles, ideally, then I think having 3 of them makes sense. It's just 60. It upgrades them. They're strong, so we're going to use these to flank. We're also going to use these to flank. We're going to try to go for like just a full circle if we can. So fitting with the theme of that strategy, I've gone with just a couple of these guys. They can't Vanguard, I don't think, which is a problem. But I just want some spears. Let me see, can these guys Vanguard? No, these guys can't Vanguard either. Only these guys can Vanguard. Okay, so we can't Vanguard them, but I just want a few spears in case they have some cavalry, and I also just want to show that I have some units up front, so just not everything's hiding, so they maybe think that I've got a couple of units, and then this is where I'm hoping this will pay off. We have Vanguard Stalk units, so we've got Ungor Herd, and Vanguard just means you can put them outside of your normal deployment zone, and Stalk means they won't see you until they get very, very close to you. So I'm hoping that we can get a full surround with these things, or we can use the Gorbal, run him off to the side. They think he's isolated, they try to come down, and then they get attacked with Stalk mode. These are similar. We're able to stalk up, maybe get some good shots in on them. If they try to come in and harass us with a flying horde or something like that, we might be able to stalk up and get a lot of shots. These are actually not that expensive. They're only $475. And they have 120 in the stack, so I think that's more than most missile units. Most missile units will have 90 in multiplayer. So they're pretty good. Their range is small, but they can stalk and get up close, and they can move pretty quickly relative to other missile units, so you can get good positioning for flanks. So basically the game plan is just get a full surround, go in, charge from all angles, pop all of our debuffs, and just try to power our way through. Now with the wizard, I didn't mention this. We're going for... We don't need Bestial Surge. Oh, it's map wide. Okay. Okay, that's really quite good then. Plus 10% vigor and plus 25% speed for everybody on the whole map. Wow, that's really, really good. I just noticed that. And then we're just going for Arcane Conduit, I think. Do we even need Arcane Conduit? I guess. I guess we'll get it. I mean, it's not super awesome, but it can be okay. And then our only spells that we're running, we're going to run Devolve, because I think that's a really good... the thing is, it's direct damage, and it's multi-target. That's what you need to know about this. It's direct damage, it's multi-target. Let me see here. I think if I upgrade it, it's a bigger range, too. It does not. But it gets extended duration, so it gets double damage, basically, for 16, and the cooldown looks like it's the same. 63. So... it has a huge cooldown. We can't reduce the cooldown, which is another thing that's kind of problematic. On the campaign map, you can spec into magic if you want to, and it reduces the cooldown reduction by quite a lot. So anyways, but we're still going to get it. It still looks very powerful. So we're going to double tap that. It has a really low range, but we're on a chariot, so I think we'll be able to get in a range to do it. And it should affect, at least 2 or 3 units, if not more. And then just Savage Domination. There's an argument for not getting this. I don't know, but I think just spawning up a Cygor, because I think we're going to have to wait 84 seconds at the start of the fight before we can cast it. But getting 1 extra Cygor just in the middle of the fight would be really nice. Just pop that in right behind him. and just start going to town. So I think it's pretty good. It only costs 215, so you're basically paying 215 gold for a Cygor and some of your Winds of Magic. But we're not going to be able to spend all of our Winds of Magic anyways because this has such a huge cooldown. So I think this will work out perfectly for us. At least that's how I'm hoping it'll work out. Okay, so that's enough talking. Let's go ahead and get in here. I like to talk a little bit more at the beginning when I very first do a multiplayer battle, just so you kind of get my thoughts on the strategy behind it. And then in future videos, it'll be a little bit quicker. Quick battle. Let's see what we have here. So let me know in the comments, what do you think about this build? Do you think it's too cheesy to go for the triple hero multi-pot build? I think it's viable for the reasons I described, primarily because a lot of other people will be doing it, and if you want to be competitive, you need to do it. But then also, team merging? I don't know. There shouldn't be multiple teams though. So yeah, I'm cool with Beastmen. Let's upload. Now let's see what to go for. I don't think we have a lot of options in terms of other unit types. Okay, huh. I'm trying to think of how this will go down. This could be a place where I actually want Cygors. Yeah, let's actually get some Cygors here. These are not going to be good at all, because they're not going to have any flying unit. Well, actually, that's not correct. I mean, they could have... Get rid of... We don't need the spears for sure. So I can get one, just a couple of Cygors here. I want a little bit more of a base. Gorpals are really strong, but I want missile superiority. Oh my god, that's so annoying. What a troll. Okay, well, let's rebuild this. Against the undead. Okay, I like this build against the undead, actually. We have some anti-large. Now... I'm gonna have to get rid of some of these, I think. Let me see. And get 4 more spearmen. Because they're gonna have those blood knights or whatever. And probably crypt horrors as well, so I want a lot of spears for this. It kind of breaks up our little strategy that we were going for. But I think this will be fine. I do still like the Ungor Raiders. I could go 2 more spearmen if I get rid of the Ungor Raiders. But I do like having some range that I can flank around with and shoot at them with. Also, if they have flying units, I think this will be good. I need to protect the Gorpals from the Blood Knights because they get bonus versus large. So I think I'm cool with this. Oh, let's spam a couple upgrades. I don't even know if it registered. Whatever. It's just 73 gold. I think this will be okay. I haven't played against Undead on the new patch, so I'm not quite sure what to think of this. Now, it is totally possible they could just Spirit Leech out my Lord because I don't have any potions on my main Lord, so I need to be careful of that kind of cheese if he knows that about the Beastmen. Blood Knights are the real threat, though. I think anything else we can really handle. It's just making sure we get these spears into those Blood Knights. That's a must. I think we're still the aggressive faction here. I think we want to be attacking them. Can't put these things out here in stalk mode. Can we put them behind them? We can. I don't know if I want to be that bold. I think right here would be good, though. So we can get a good sort of stalk flank on them. We could also flank with these guys if we want to. But I think I'd prefer keeping them a bit closer to home. These guys are pretty fast. I think they'll be able to catch up. Yeah, they're pretty fast. So I think we'll be able to stalk up on them. These guys we can deploy up here. Go ahead and put them in raid mode. So we can just start shooting immediately. I think that's what I'm interested in. I just want to start shooting at them like right off the bat. And then kite back. to these guys. So we'll do... Guys, also, we'll rush forward with these. This needs to be our wizard. These are all basically the same in terms of their utility. Do that. Let's do a couple over here. I don't know. We'll put them in the middle. Let's just put them all in the middle, and then we'll just kind of see what their setup is. Make these guys 2. And these guys can be our 3 group. Okay. He's gonna try to run straight for him with the dude. Let's go ahead and start kind of flanking back here. Guys, run! Like, what is the delay here? Multiplayer is just so infuriating because, like, units have this, like, massive delay. Okay, those are what I want to shoot. Cast Evolve, like, right there. That looks good. Guys, get up here, get him. So I keep an eye out here. Yeah. Where are they? Let's go ahead and charge at those. Get down here. Alright, so I want to keep them on the opposite side. What the heck? I know I said move. I know I said move. 100%. These freaking controls. You know, these are great swords, right? Yeah, these are graveyards, so I need to be careful how I'm doing this. Alright, I want to flank right to get into the back of this. If at all possible. Let's do that. In the back of that, it's good. Let's try to run. Just gonna pop defensive here. See if we can fire a shot there. Let's get him out of here. Why can't I cast it? Yeah, it's fine. Main guy needs to pull out over here. Charge in the back. Charge in their back. I'm trying to cycle charges here. And he is fighting the Cygor, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. Let's shoot at their back. We can move one of these over. How are the bulls looking? Let's move out so we can charge back in from the back. Has he killed my wizard? Yeah, he killed the wizard. That's fine. Let's get over here. 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 Let's get over here Charge these guys in the back. Get in here, charge them in the back. Let's get over here, make sure we're hitting them in the back. This bull needs a little money, or a little, pick me up there. Get a charge in here. Come over here, keep shooting them in the back. Why are they running? Is it the fear or something? Are they terrified? Because they shouldn't be running that early. Charge them in the back. Charge them in the back. Shoot these guys in the back. What do we have here? Gorbel. Charge them in the back. That's fine. Let's charge them in the back. Wow, all of these guys are running with that much left. Hopefully they come back. We'll see. Got that healing. I mean, I have healing too, but... Rally back. Okay, everybody's rallying back. Come on back. Let's try to run. Charge into the back here. Oh, I let one of my Minotaurs. Hopefully he'll rally back. I think he's still at a potion left, I'm not sure. Just start attacking these things in the back. Just get him to shatter. Alright, run. See if we can run out of that. Oh, he's back. Where is he? Get back in here. We get in one more devolve right here. We'll mess him up. Alright, where's my main guy? Get out of there. Oh, wait, where's my... he's probably going to go down. I didn't micro him well enough. Yeah, so Undead with that heal magic is just so strong. Alright, charge him back. Go ahead and use one of his pots here. Guys, shoot. Oh, we're out of ammo, is that... Get it off, get it off! Fire into him, I don't think I got it off. Okay, so he's back. Fire, fire, fire into him. Yeah, that regeneration magic is just so strong, like... It's very frustrating. Because I feel like it's way better than Devolve is, so I can't kill him the other way around. I mean, I might be able to come back. There's a chance. There's a chance. I mean, if my Sidor will actually throw some rocks in here and kill some things. Actually, you know what I want to aim for? I want to aim for Manfred, or whoever that is. Okay, my dude was running back. He just decided to run away again. Actually, let's just aim for this. Wow, this is getting really close. That's not anywhere in the ballpark. Like, what's going on? Get in here and charge, guys. What are you doing? Charge him back. We got spears. Might be able to take him. I'm not kidding here. He's crumbling. Can we actually win this? This Sidor is doing some work from the back line, I think. They just can't stop the bulls. They charge him in the back. He's going for the Cygor now. Almost certainly, but I think I've done enough damage to him. Oh my gosh, are we actually gonna win this? Is it possible? He's gonna go for this Warble, but I want out, and then I want to recharge. Oh, he's got a couple more of these knights left. That's what the deal is. Get back in here. Why are those knights not fading yet? They're so hurt, and they're not anywhere close to a guy. Get him! Yes! Oh my gosh, are we actually gonna win this? Oh my gosh, I was ready to give up. Holy cow. Wow. That might be the best fight I've ever had. Look at that. How do you not like this meta? Like, how do you not like this meta? This was awesome. This was awesome. I thought I was dead like 5 minutes ago. How do you not like this meta? Like, that's so exciting. I just had a dwarf video, number 11, that was super exciting as well. I mean, that was down to the very last, like, dwarf, just about. So check that out. That one's really exciting. I've had some really exciting greenskin games. The Bretonian was pretty good. It was pretty good. But this was great. I mean, I thought there was no way I was going to win that. But I pulled through. And you know what? They do have that vampire mat, that Nehek or whatever, where they can regenerate all of their units. So I don't feel that bad about having a couple of health pots on my bulls. But they definitely put in some work, for sure. I mean, look at this little Ungor thing. It killed 108. It only cost 475 gold. That's pretty efficient. These guys were doing okay. I mean, obviously, these the Beast Lords and the Gorbals were doing the majority of the work. How much? It's not telling me how much that Cygor killed because he was summoned. But I suspect, because at the end, you see, they neutralized him early on. They went up, they fought him. Now, he kept them locked up for quite a while. That's just one spell off of this guy. So he kept them locked up for quite a while. And then at the very end, they just left him alone. He had a little bit of health left, and he was just throwing those rocks from a very long distance into the backs of those people. And they did a lot of work. I don't remember if this Gorbal had any pots left or not. He may not have had any. But either way, I think that was sweet. I mean, these Blood Knights, we just don't have a great answer to them. I mean, all we have are these little spearmen. I mean, we could run the Minotaurs that get the bonus versus large. That's definitely a consideration. But they're so expensive. They're like 1,700. So they're almost as much as the Blood Knights themselves. In fact, they're probably just as much. But they just have a lot less mobility. Like, these Blood Knights can just avoid them. I mean, they can just run around the fight to wherever you don't have your Minotaurs and attack there. So I'm not sure if it's a very cost-efficient way to deal with it. And if they had more spearmen... Now, they don't have a lot of anti-large. So, I mean, it's entirely possible I should have run more Minotaurs instead of this kind of infantry line, because I forgot Vampire Counts don't have very good anti-large. They don't have halberdiers or anything. All they have are these little dinky spearmen. But they did have the Blood Knights. So Blood Knights are very good against large. So I wasn't sure how many Blood Knights he was going to run. I thought he might run like 2. So maybe that's why I didn't run the Minotaurs. Because Blood Knights will just obliterate normal Minotaurs. I don't know. There are lots of options. This magic user seemed pretty strong, though. He had the Chariot. I didn't get to use him that much, unfortunately. He got tied up and hamstringed by a bunch of units, and I just couldn't run away. And that happened with a lot of my lords early on. I probably didn't micro them as well as I could. I should have spread them out better. But I did get some decent charge cycling in there. I wasn't watching my lord fast enough. He could have easily sniped him if he wanted to with Spirit. Actually, no, he can't, because he doesn't have any vampires, and he doesn't have Manfred. So he doesn't have Spirit Leech, so he couldn't have sniped him. I think that's a decent strategy against the Beast Lords, if you don't mind doing that. It's just, running a vampire and just spirit leeching their lord because they don't have potions. So maybe he didn't know that, because spirit leech is bad against things that have potions, but really good against this lord, or any beast lord. Yeah, I mean, I think that's gonna be it. I'm really surprised I was able to win that. I thought I was dead for sure. Maybe they are a little bit more powerful than I thought. I mean, these are aggressively costed. They're only 300, and they are decently cost effective. These are pretty good. I mean, the fact that they can kite backwards, they have really good move speed, and that they can go invisible early on, and Vanguard deploy, which means you can get right in their face and shoot at them, can be very good against factions that don't have good missile units. Like the vampires, of course, don't have any. So I think this is decent. The Gorbel, the triple healing potion, I think is still very, very powerful. These Gorbels did some serious work on their charge. You know, and they were, at the very least, they were tying up units forever to give these guys time to rally back and come back into the fight. So that was a super sweet fight. Wow, I still can't believe I won that. This is what a way to kick off, you know, playing Beastmen multiplayer. This is great. So, thank you very much. If you enjoyed this, do check out the other videos. We have lots of multiplayer battles going right now. We also have legendary campaigns going where we don't abuse the auto-resolve system. We don't assassinate lords on the campaign map. We don't do any other shenanigans and tomfoolery that would otherwise give us an advantage over the AI. Also, I take on particularly challenging fights on purpose on the campaign map sometimes. You know, I could wait for reinforcements for 3 turns or build up a little bit, but sometimes I just go for it. Just to give you guys and gals some good solid entertainment, right? Like, yes, I do lose some of those fights occasionally, and it's not a good time, but more often than not I win those fights, and it makes for really good viewing, I think. There was one fight in the Vampire Accounts campaign, I guess probably about 10 episodes ago, so maybe, I don't remember exactly when, episode 20 or something. I always put descriptions, or put highlights in the descriptions that tell you when the major battles are, when I make key decisions. You can always just drop down the description box and, you know, go to whatever you want to go to if you just want to watch the fights. I wish you'd watch the whole episode, but if you just want to watch the fights, that's totally cool as well. But anyways, there was one vampire game where I opted into a fight where I had less than a 5% chance of victory, but I just looked at it, I liked the composition, I thought I had a good chance to win, and we actually won the fight. It was really hard, it was really tough. I could have waited on more reinforcements if I wanted to, but I wanted a really good, solid fight. So I do that for you pretty often in my campaign as well. So we don't go for maximum efficiency. We do go for a win. It's not a goofy campaign. We do try to win the campaign, and we're doing very well in all the campaigns. But I do things that I think other streamers don't do. Like, I don't abuse auto-resolve, like I said. Don't assassinate lords on the campaign map and then attack their army, because that's pretty much an auto-win if you do that. And because lords are so important in this game. And yeah, and I just get into good fights. I don't sit there and just hide out and just turtle, you know, and just wait forever until I have the perfect moment. I go out there, I make bold attacks, I make bold moves, and sometimes it bites me, but I think it makes overall for a good viewing experience. So do check out the campaigns, they're a lot of fun. And we also have League of Legends if you're interested in that. So I try to play support every single game all the way up to Diamond. I'm currently Platinum. I've almost gotten to Diamond every season since Season 2. Or I've at least been Platinum every season since Season 2, and I've been Platinum 1 in many of those seasons. So, and I do it always just by playing support. So I'm just trying to demonstrate with that you can play support without a dedicated duo and earn a whole lot of ELO and potentially even get really high ranked. Because I think there's a misconception about support in that you have to get carried to gain any ELO as support, and that if you want to gain ELO, you have, in any role, you have to get lots of kills, you have to be the initiator, you know, you just have to do all of these things. You have to carry all of your worthless, stupid teammates. Like, that's kind of the mentality, and that's not true at all. You can do very well just by being a positive influence, just saying, hey, you know, I know we're down, but we can do it. Like, I'd say half of most league games are just psychology, just getting your team to stay in the game and just kind of make good, intelligent decisions. And you can do that from support. You're actually in the best position to do that from support because you don't have to CS. That means you can watch the minimap more and help other people ping other lanes. Just say, hey, middle's missing, and just ping missing for him. Even if middle forgets to ping it, then your top laner knows, hey, I should back up, and you just saved him a kill right there. So a lot of times just pinging and making good, intelligent calls from the support role can get you a lot of wins, and you're in the best position to do that from support role. And I do initiate fights, and sometimes we do get kills, and so it's not boring, it's very fun. In fact, a lot of times if you've ever played bottom lane, the person who starts fights and ends fights most of the time is the support. So you're the one trying to land the skill shots most of the time. You're the one who's deciding when to engage. You're the one doing a lot of the trading with other players and doing a lot of the fighting. So in many ways, I think it's much more exciting to play support, in the early game, certainly, because you get a lot more decision making, right? And you're the one that's casting the spells, trying to hit the skill shots. As AD carry, a lot of times you're trying to last hit the CS, and yeah, you're trying to trade a little bit with the enemy, and you are trying to hit some of your skill shots occasionally, but I think that support is just as challenging and just as rewarding and interesting to play and interesting to watch as the AD carry position is bottom lane. So that's just my 2 cents. Do check out League of Legends. I just recently had a subscriber who watches a lot of my Total War games say that he checked out my Tom Kench number 29. I think he just randomly watched that one. There's nothing particularly special about that episode, I don't think. It's a good episode. But then he said, wow, I never, thought about looking at League. It's just been a game that has never really interested me, but I really like the way that you analyze it, and I like the way that you play it, and so I'm going to watch this. That's a paraphrase. He didn't say it exactly, but something to that effect. If I've never thought I liked League, but now because the way that you play it or the way that you broadcast it makes it interesting to me. So do check it out. Even if you've never liked League before, you just might like some of those League videos. So take a peek in there and see what you think. But thank you very much. It's always a pleasure broadcasting for you. If you watch a few of these videos and you like them, consider, commenting on the videos, watching more videos, liking, subscribing. Anything you can do to interact with the videos just helps out a ton. So I'm still a new channel trying to grow, so it makes a huge difference in YouTube's search optimization so that they're able to find my videos and help other people rather find the videos, because there might be someone out there that's looking and just saying, hey, I really want to watch a multiplayer battle with the Beastmen that uses some interesting strategies. I think this is an interesting strategy. I just thought about this a couple of days ago, just this health pot thing. Or they might be looking for a legendary campaign and they might say, oh, well, this, too many streamers abuse the auto-resolve system, or too many people, it's just too boring, they just don't do enough interesting fights, they play it too safe, things like that. And maybe they find mine, and this is the exact thing they've been looking for the whole time. So help them find it, do this, subscribe, like, comment, just watch more videos. Anything you can do helps out a ton. It's just a couple of clicks, regardless of what you choose to do, and I really appreciate it, and so do the people that are able to find the videos because of your contribution. So thank you very much for that, and that's going to be it for this episode. So if you like this, stay tuned. I will have more soon, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a wonderful evening.